So I'm going to have to record the thing that I done right at the beginning of the video again because I forgot to turn off the music and I don't want to risk any sort of like copyright, I don't want to really risk any of it. So we have just played our first game, and midway through the game I kind of had a light bulb, well, not a light bulb moment, I kind of had a realization. Was like, right, so yeah, I kind of need to record this part again. So we've got some really high potential players here, such as Ben Chilwell, Reece James. We've also got Hudson-Odoi, Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner as well. He developed very well in FIFA, along with Chalobah and Malang Sarr. They are all very likely candidates of being the future if they progress well and develop. And this isn't the formation we're going to be using in my career mode. The one we're going to be using is this formation we have here, which is the 4-3-3 holding, just so we can get people like Kante into position, like in his preferred position, so there's not any like decrease in like the extra rating thing above their rating. And like I was shown before, you can actually like move the players, you know, like so. There we go. There we got left centre mid if we need to move them up free, and there we go. We've got a cam. So I think this is quite adaptable, and I do like this formation quite a lot. And this is going to be the starting 11 I stick with for a little while, probably throughout this whole preseason tournament, which I decided to start, which is the American Challenge Cup. And so yeah, we're going to be competing in that. I think like the prize money is like 10 million or something like that. Uh, I don't think I didn't really do it for the money. I think it's more just to, like, you know, develop the players and just get them into a good shape before we head into the league. Along with that, I did accept an offer for 20 million from Barcelona for Alonso because I don't think he's going to be getting much game time over the likes of Ben Chilwell. So I thought that it would be best for him to go. He is Spanish, and to go to Barcelona is probably quite a big thing. And this is also another deal that I have just seen for Mateo Kovacic. They are offering Alpha, but if I'm going to be honest, I'm not very much interested in that deal. So I'm going to reject that because I actually very much probably like the idea of keeping Kovacic. So as it goes, I'm going to probably be using quite a lot of like pace and acceleration in this because that's how I like to play. That's why I'm having the main man as Timo Werner at the front, because I know for sure he can definitely develop to like a 90 rated player with like who's extremely quick. And I think you're going to see soon that I'm probably going to buy some players who adapt to that play style very well, of just getting the ball, being able to run it up the line, maybe even score. Just like they can do like a solo man job. So yeah, that's probably going to be how I'm going to be playing throughout this career mode.
Angeles, we're at Dignity Health Sports Park in Southern California. I'm Derek Ray, and adjacent to me in the commentary box, opportunity it is.
Genio. Oh,
well, the keeper was called upon
good start.
and under to Timo Werner. And Chelsea have given us away. Werner.
Oh, Werner.
Is this the moment?
Oh, Havertz. Can you redeem yourself? Cross it in.
Well, it's always interesting when a team elects to change things and a new manager is put in place.
Oh, Derek, lovely ball from Havertz into Werner.
An especially strong challenge.
And Werner scores first goal of the game.
Will do nicely for starters. First goal of the game. What can Chelsea do for... Oh, big chance!
Oh, Timo in again. Oh.
A disappointing shot, all things... It's a neat move. And space for the cross. João Moutinho. Well, he's given us away.
Okay, with the run. Pass to Havertz.
Giving the ball away. Michel. That's a very impressive piece of defending.
CS out the
Ziyech.
wing.
And Chelsea moving the ball forward. What can they do from here?
Cuts in. Makes the pass.
Pulisic. And he thwarted the attack with a masterful tackle. They're certainly allowing their opponents to come onto them. And he stopped them in their tracks. A chance for him to get in behind, maybe. Oh, again the frame of the goal.
And
And he finds the net. Corner. And over it comes. And a struggle to get it away properly.
Oh, lovely
Kai
bit of
Havertz.
forward play. Havertz.
Careless in possession.
And tackled.
Ziyech. And Chelsea looking
Yes,
dangerous.
waiting for the run.
He's in here.
Timo. Timo to double his
And a
lead.
goal it
There we
is
go.
to put them in front again. No less
Going
than
in
they
front
deserve.
again. Second goal for Timo.
So back underway. Intriguing contest this, given the 2-1 scoreline.
Pulisic. Havertz.
And Kai Havertz.
Havertz to have a shot, and
another
it's in.
one. Two quick goals. Will it turn out
Very
to be
quick.
the two-punch knockout? Getting in there to intercept.
Another chance here.
Making progress. In the opinion of the referee, that is a penalty.
Oh, Christensen
And to
books
add
and the
insult to
penalty. That was
injury,
pretty-
it's a booking, Stuart.
pretty rash
Well, I
from
agree
him
with
to
the
go.
penalty. I'm not quite so sure about the yellow card, though.
A goal!
And they're
Calmly
converted.
taken spot
3-2
kick.
again.
Well, back underway, and a glut of goals here. 3-2.
Lovely skill.
It's a bit too
Jorginho's
easy.
still
A
going.
real opening now. And the keeper did
Oh.
magnificently.
That's
Well,
twice
that's
now.
just a
almost from
wonderful
kickoff.
save. How did he stop that?
Lukaku.
Threaded through by Lukaku.
Havertz, and it's
Well, offside, but really getting stuck in.
Wilson taken back. Lukaku again.
Lukaku.
Lukaku.
And
And it's
Lukaku totally
There we go.
composed with the finish.
2 goals. 2-goal cushion. That's what we like to see. Lovely finish. I decided that I probably want to make a few more substitutions, considering this game seems like it's going to be a pretty comfortable win. So, I'm going to bring on Mason Mount. Move him up into central attacking midfield position. And I'm going to play Saul. Sub him on for Kante. And we'll bring on Hudson-Odoi for Ziyech.
A very poor ball.
Pulisic running down the wing.
And Pulisic has it.
Down Kai Havertz.
It might be.
Havertz.
And it's 2
and he
for
converts.
him today. A masterful performance. The defenders
Christian now.
unable to stop him. And fired from the flank into the area. Making sure nothing untoward happened.
Pulisic once again down the wing. That's it.
This looks threatening.
Plays on Hudson-Odoi.
Is it going to
Hudson-Odoi one-on-one with the
be?
keeper.
Another
And
goal!
converts.
The lead grows to 4 now.
That's what I like to see.
Rampant display.
So as you can see, Marcos Alonso did make his transfer over to Barcelona, which I think is probably going to be best for him, as he probably would have been getting much game time, as I previously said. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, and hopefully he'll be able to do well. And something I did forget to look at before is actually our transfer budget, and we do have quite a lot of money to spend, so we could be going for some big names already. I think Rafinha will do well in this career mode, as he does suit the criteria of being a very fast player who's going to be able to, you know, get the ball and run it down the line and make a cross, or maybe even cut in and take a shot. And I also have seen that he's been able to develop very well, so we're probably going to keep our eyes on him. So as you can see, we're going to be looking at a 46 million to 62 million transfer fee for Rafinha, so we can keep that on the lookout for now. Our next game is against a very difficult side, Inter Milan. So this is going to be 100% more difficult than the last game we just played. And these are the highlights.
A city that's always a joy to visit, Vancouver. We're at BC Place for this game. I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray, and ready to provide expert analysis alongside me is
Immediately
Stuart
within
Robson.
the first minute,
And we have more
Pulisic
live
is
action
taken
from the
down and we have a
pre-season
free
second
kick.
group stage. He's played the pass up there to Ivan Perisic.
It's a very good looking move from Inter.
Sanchez ready.
And it's good.
Look at the Chelsea starting 11. Antonio Rudiger plays with Andreas Christensen in central defence. Jorginho plays with N'Golo Kanté. Well, so many terrific players have come through German youth academies in recent years. One such player is Kai Havertz. Stuart, what do you expect to see from him today?
Well, Derek.
Oh, Stuart, they could be in here. Can they cover up?
And
In it
good
goes
initial
at
save
the
from
second
Ep1
time of
indeed, but
asking.
nothing to do
But the
with it.
goalkeeper won't be... Oh, that's an interesting pass.
That's a lovely,
And now
lovely
waiting
ball
to
through
pounce.
Pulisic. Takes the shot.
They
and
just
it's
couldn't stay in front.
1-1
And
this way.
now this match is all square. From the front, possibilities here. It did look on for them, but not to be.
Possession. Oh, no. Still
Timo Werner.
possession.
And the pass could do
Havertz.
damage. And running in
That was a
behind.
lovely bit of play
It's
there.
gone in! And well, he
Wonderful.
might celebrate on the back of that. Barella has it. Vidal. Won it back. Conte. Corner it is for Chelsea. Brozovic. Now, sometimes in football we take rumours with a pinch of salt, but occasionally the rumours are true, and it could be that Manchester United are about.
Oh.
Well, knocked on the target. The keeper seemed to have it cut. Caicedo. Now Brozovic. Caicedo with it.
Oh, that is...
Oh, big chance.
Oh, no. Oh.
It's still alive.
Penalty?
Oh, the referee points to the spot.
How on
Penalty.
earth? Let's just take this back, because I swear that I got the ball on that one. Oh, okay. Well, I did get the ball with my legs. I'm not really sure the entire rules with penalties, but I definitely did get contact on the ball. And I seem to have got contact on the ball before I got contact on him, so I'm not really sure how it's penalty. But then again, I could be being stupid, and that could be a clear penalty. You let me know.
Not
Put him
every
off,
foul
put
is a
him off.
yellow card. I think the...
Oh,
And the keeper
lovely
denies
save
them from
by
the spot.
Ep1 Mendy.
It is
The
to be a
cheeky
throw
taunt,
in.
that's what put him off. Not so great clearance.
Vidal.
Alarm bells are ringing. The alarm bells are
Determined
ringing.
defending.
Oh no.
A
Once
smart
again,
stop
lovely
here.
save Ep1 Mendy.
Martinez. Dangerous looking attack. Very alert defending to put a stop to the chance.
Well, it's been quite clear that Chelsea have been second best in
Timo.
terms of possession, but what they've done with it has
Oh,
been...
Nice
Stuart,
pass to
they
men.
might be onto
One-on-one
something.
with the keeper.
A lovely
And
attempt.
he dinks it over him.
That is a
Absolutely
moment of pure
wonderful.
quality. A
What a
goal
class
for
finish
football
from
lovers
Timo.
to enjoy the world.
On that note, I'm going to make some substitutions. I'm going to start by actually placing Mason Mount on the wing, on the right side. Then I'm bringing on Thiago Silva for Christensen. Then bringing on Saul in the CDM position over Kante. Unfortunate. Go on, mate. Swipe his legs out.
And the
Oh
referee
my.
allowing advantage to accrue to them. Throw-ins given.
Jorginho, he look,
Well, he's
I love
gone
the fact
back
he
and
looks so
shown him a yellow
confused, just
card,
like-
Stuart.
it's
Well,
like,
that was a
ah.
poor challenge. The referee...
And they're making a change. Crossing opportunity. Giving the ball to the opposition that time.
Timo on the run.
Could be a chance to break here.
Timo cuts in. Both passes
Getting
man,
the
both
better of his
passes man.
opponent.
Jorginho, can you get a goal?
Jorginho!
Oh,
Really good
come
diving
on,
save.
man. I want Jorginho to score a goal. That isn't from a penalty.
Trying to...
Where's Rudiger? I want to have a
Jorginho.
shot from outside the box.
Oh, the crossbar is
Oh
still
my.
reverberating.
Oh, that was... Oh. I would have been a happy man if that went in. Jesus.
Dzeko.
Lovely. Back to Mendy. Up the pitch. Jorginho.
Well,
To
we're inside the
Havertz.
final.
Lovely ball
He's in with a
through.
chance. That's a great
Oh,
stop.
save
Well,
by
his
Hender.
reflexes are so good there. That's a
We've
brilliant.
had to bring on Hudson-Odoi over Pulisic.
They will
for these
now
last
make
12
use
minutes,
of
so
the
this is game
substitutes
time.
bench. Well, not
There he is,
quite
the
the
man
ideal
himself,
delivery.
Hudson-Odoi. And possession is
10
taken
minutes to go.
Oh.
Well, that pass easy on the eye.
Hudson-Odoi.
Oh, incredible
Oh,
save. A goal
that is
here.
so
Giving his team
unfortunate. I'm not gonna
precisely
lie.
what they were looking for.
Oh
Now
my.
he deserves to celebrate
That
it.
is... Oh. I feel bad. Let's see that again.
Well, here's the replay, and just look how quickly they break forward
It's a
once they
lovely
win the
ball.
ball back. And
Just-
then through on goal,
Oh.
it just goes for power and
It gets
smashes
saved
it
and
past
it
the
just
keeper.
bounces off
There's no
Handanovic
stopping that.
straight
What
back
a
to
great finish.
Hudson-Odoi. Bounces off Hudson-Odoi's chest and goes straight in. We've actually just received a transfer offer for Andreas Christensen from Latium. I've never heard of this club before, and I've seen them buy like a load of players before. I saw them buy Timo, what is it? Timo, Chalobah, and like all sorts. I've never heard of them, but we're gonna reject that offer. I would like to keep Christensen. Before we end the first episode of this career mode at Chelsea, I just want to buy, you know, an ex-Chelsea member who is very, very good, like absolutely insane. And we're going to do that. After agreeing to a transfer fee of £54 million, we have actually signed back Eden Hazard, and he's returned back to Chelsea. Now that's going to be the end of this career mode episode. This is the first episode, and you know, this is just me experimenting a bit with how the episodes are going to go and everything. If you have any suggestions or you'd prefer me to do it a different way, then go ahead. I'll be happy to listen to any sort of advice in the comments. And yeah, no, hope to see you in the next one very soon.